God's blessings to you from our parish family here at St. Simon of Cyrene, with our ministry sites at St. Agatha and St. Martin de Porres churches. I offer this reflection on the scriptures for this coming Sunday for your spiritual nourishment and encouragement. Before we begin, let's take a moment to recognize God's presence in each of us and to give thanks for all of our blessings. My friends, we live in a world filled with noise. The noise is deliberate. The media and entertainment industry demand our attention during every waking hour. Media, entertainment, and political personalities demand our attention and all too often command our blind allegiance. They often distract us from the realities of the world around us, not as a cure, but simply to anesthetize us to the problems of daily life and to help us continue to bury the past trauma that we failed to properly mourn and be freed from. There is no center, no ground to root ourselves in other than addictive behavior that continues the cycle and spiraling downward of our human spirit. This is exactly what Jesus witnesses as the hundreds and hundreds of people flock to him, seeking someone who can give them hope, something they can cling to, something that is beautiful, good, humble, generous, and eternal. Listen to the opening of this Sunday's gospel. At the sight of the crowds, Jesus' heart was moved with pity for them because they were troubled and abandoned like sheep without a shepherd. My friends, we know the feelings of the crowd all too well. But as disciples of Jesus Christ, we know that he is the one source who can provide what we all need to live happy and fulfilling lives. Jesus is a source of encouragement, the loving shepherd longing for us to accept his love and direction. Like all the other so-called sources of happiness and fulfillment, there is no price on what Jesus has to offer us. The only cost is to freely accept the love that Jesus and the Father want to offer us, a love that guides us to true freedom, to grow physically, emotionally, and spiritually, to be our best selves. Our world is filled with deep division and pain. Fear seems to be the driving force behind our actions. Fear of the other, fear of the unknown, fear for safety and security, fear of dying, and so many more kinds of fear. What Jesus calls us to is faith and faithfulness. Jesus reminds us there is a greater power, a greater spirit at work in the universe. But he needs us to be his ambassadors, his apostles, called to follow him, to be strengthened, to go into the world every day to share the good news. He longs for us to share in the joy of knowing God, accepting God's freely given love, compassion, and mercy, and living with the assurance that we are never, ever alone, never needing to fear because God is always with us to accompany us through the chaos of life, helping us to navigate the difficult times and to magnify the joyful times in our lives. And he so longs that we share this with others, especially those who live on the margins, in the shadows of our society, who are like sheep without a shepherd. It is our role, our invitation, hopefully our desire, to introduce them to the true shepherd, Jesus Christ. On behalf of the Catholic Christian family here at St. Simon of Cyrene, I want to invite you to join us this coming Sunday, Father's Day, for our Masses at 9 a.m., and at St. Agatha at 11 a.m. at St. Martin de Porres. Both services led by our contemporary gospel choir. The services are live streamed and available for viewing afterward online. We welcome your participation in our community prayer of praise and thanksgiving. Please take the time to share this video with others. It's a great way for you to evangelize. And thank you for all the ways that you continue to allow the Lord to work through you, with you, and in you. And in all things, my friends, be blessed.